Hi Archika.
Hi, Tanishka.
Hi Alana. Okay. So I know you as author Archika Srivastava, but I would like to know more. Viewers would like to know more. So what do you do? Who you are? Can you please explain to us?
Sure, sure. I mean, you know me as author, but not everybody else know me as author. So most of the people know me as a communication professional
Yeah.
who's been into PR for almost 15, more than 15 years for that matter. Yeah, I mean, particularly I've worked in pharmaceutical industry and still, working for a chemical company who makes pharmaceutical active ingredients. So yeah, I mean that's about me.
Okay. Thank you. So we'll do the book reveal.
Sure.
Can we start? We'll start.
Okay, Alana, stand. Okay. Do you want to take this? Do you want to take this off? Come, hold it with me. Okay. This is the book. You want to hold the book? Hold the copy. Leave your doll. Yeah. Do this. Hold it like this. Alana, hold the book. Acha, you also. Alana, hold the book again. Papa is clicking a photo. Thank you. Come, sit down. Wonderful, Alana.
So we'll start with the book interview. Can you please tell us a little bit about your book and what inspired you to write it?
Oh yeah, the inspiration. So okay, about the book, it is a journey of a protagonist named Kyle Khanna. So if I have to really say in very short sentence, it's a transformational journey of a protagonist. Now, of course, there is a pre-transformational story, and then there's a post-transformational. So there is something that happens in the first part of the book where there is a corporate. I mean, I don't know if I have to really reveal so much about the book, but then let's say that there is some part of her career where she has to choose between right and wrong. And most of us who are in corporate world, we often just go with the flow, right? We usually feel, I don't have to do this,
Yeah.
somebody else will probably pick it up. So that's how the protagonist was. But then certain things happen in her life, which was obviously something that she did not choose, but it just happened. And as a part of that, there was a huge transformation in the way she saw life and saw things around her. And then she does the right thing towards the end of it. So that's about it.
Okay, so the cover really looks really pretty. What inspired you to make this cover? How did you come up with this cover?
Yeah, no, I mean, this is actually something which I had in my mind.
Yeah.
And, so basically, this is like the protagonist in her warrior zone. So she's a fighter. She is somebody who's very courageous, and, even she learns in the forest some of the, warring methods and things alike. So this is dawn. Basically, this is just before the sun hits, but this light is the transformational light, like the light from within. So, and this is basically a little mystic forest. She creates this tree house, in the forest to keep her family safe. So this basically is, in a way, a part of the book where she would rise every time, literally during dawn, to meditate. So this is maybe
The
that.
whole theme is explained in the cover itself.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So, okay, a little bit message about the theme that you have written. A little bit of theme message of the book.
Yeah, as the book name suggests, rising before dawn break. So it's rising in spirit, and rising also literally when she used to meditate at dawn. So it's touching a little bit of spiritual theme, which is about how do you choose when you are in a dilemma of what is right, because there's no clear right and wrong. There are always grays. And when you are especially in corporate, you just can't pick that, okay, this is right and this is wrong, because one right can be a wrong for somebody else.
Yeah.
So how do you make that choice? That moral dilemma will come to this protagonist many times, and how she navigates through that moral dilemma. That is the whole crux of this book, and how do you kind of do the right thing towards the end of it.
Okay. What do you hope readers will take away after reading this book?
Well, I think most of us, as I said, while there are grays, when it comes to right and wrong, but we know inside of our heart what is right and what, if we really go deep down and ask ourselves what is right, there is a clear answer. But we try to kind of convince ourselves, saying that okay, maybe this is right for now. So I think what I want readers, when they read this book, they really go deep inside, and then they realize that the inner voice, which often I think they kind of shut, the intuition. So I wouldn't say it's a practical book. It's not a self-help book. It's a fiction story, but then it does delve into those themes as to how you can also do. So there are certain mantra chants. There are things that she does. Now I'm not sure if that will work for everybody, but this is the journey of the protagonist, how she transformed, and I just hope through her journey people can also find their own transformation.
Okay. As you said, meditation, all these things, are you like, is it inspired from your life or someone else's life? Or is it just like a part of a thing that you have seen and now you're writing about it?
So yeah, I mean that's a very interesting question, because for me it happened the other way around. So while I was writing this book, I was also, as a author, we do everything ourselves to write, to prove the pudding. So I did a few things when I was writing this book, because as I was kind of delving into these concepts, learning more about it, so I was actually putting those into practice, and I did see the difference in me. So I'm very hopeful that it should help other people also. As I said, it's not a self help book, but then of course the purpose of writing this book is to help people to find that moral compass, and to find how to kind of do things right in their life. So yeah.
Okay, what are some of the challenges you faced while writing it? There must be like some personal challenges, professional challenges.
Yeah.
What kind of challenges you faced?
No, of course, because I'm a full time, I work full time. I have a toddler, you saw
Yeah.
her. She's a spirited kid. So, of course, it's not easy to find that mental space, when you are dealing with so many things in your life. But I felt, and there was this little itchiness in me when I had this idea, and I really wanted to put it down on paper, and I was not able to, because obviously there are things to do. There is this reality, right, which you have to be part of. That's when I thought, because the book was on spiritual thing, right? So I thought that I need to put more work on me before I, start talking about these things. So I took my time. So in fact, I took good 2 years to write this book, and I felt that good things take time, and it's okay to take that pause. It's okay to take that time, because yeah, as I said, the good things do take time.
So how like you were into completely a different sort of job that you do. How did you end up writing a book? Like what motivated you to write this book?
No, so I always wanted to write a book.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember when this thought came, because I think, ever since I can think, so even as kid, I used to write poems and things like that. So it was always a thought in my mind that, one day I'll write. But it's just that I was never sure of what the plot, what the story would be. I had so many thoughts. In fact, when I started to write, there's this one story which I started writing. I spent 3 months, and at the end of the 3 months, I was thinking that maybe this is not what I want to write, and there was this another thought about this book coming in my mind. So I took a pause, because it's not easy to scrap 3 months of work, right? Then when that thought, that intuition was coming again and again, I thought, okay, let me just write this. I mean, I don't need to finish that. So I began writing this, and yeah, I mean, as I said, book writing was always on the mind, just that the plot was never clear. But I think as I started writing, it was very clear in my mind, and I knew what I have to achieve with it.
Now that you have become a writer, now that you are an author, how do you feel? Like, what's the energy? How's the Josh?
I mean, Josh, of course, is very high. Just that because I've just published, right? So there's a very different mixed feeling when you publish. Of course, it's happy emotion, but at the same time, you don't know how well it'll do in the market, or you know how readers will receive it. So I'm definitely looking forward to some authentic feedback on the book as a first step, and I hope people do benefit from it. That's the whole objective of writing this, and I hope people are able to resonate with the storyline.
Okay, thank you so much, Archika. We'll do the book signing
Sure.
and then we'll move on
Thank
to
you.
the pictures.